Bulls fan, full episode of Locked On Bulls. So we're not going to break everything down, but we do want to talk about the Bulls' big win over the Dallas Mavericks tonight, in which they scored 82 points in the first half alone. They end up winning the game 144 to 115. Now, the Dallas Mavericks were without Luka Doncic, their leading player and the player leading the league in scoring right now. So it's a moral victory more than it is a major one on the basketball court. And we don't want to overstate just how important this win was, but the Bulls did play big team basketball in this one, which was key and important to the Bulls, who have been trying to improve their standing, improve where they are in the league as well. This team was able to do that type of stuff. So it's good to see that aspect of it with this win from the Chicago Bulls. And, they moved the ball. They played around as a team. They did the type of things that's needed and you want to see a team do against a team that's struggling and missing. And the Bulls have, of their upcoming schedule, they are facing a lot of teams that are missing key parts of their rotation. And you want to see the Bulls really continue to take advantage of those type of games, win and where they can. And them doing that is going to hopefully help them get above 500. Now, of course, of that, you want to see that maintain. You want to see that level of play and everything stay what it was for this team to really, really rise up in the standings, and hopefully they do. But at the end of the day, it's this team came in, they took care of the job that they needed to do, and they got a big win. This team, listen, I know for the Bulls fans, it said, hey, the Bulls they barely beat the Washington Wizards without Bradley Beal, things like that. This team took care of business tonight. That's what they did. They took care of business, and that is the first step in this team. Really, it's the style of play more than anything. Over 60% from the field, the Chicago Bulls in this game. They shot the ball 63% for a whole game. 55% from three-point range, going 19 of 34 from three-point range, 33 assists on 54 made baskets, 44 rebounds in this game. Those are the things that you want to see this team try to build off of as far as a style of play. Yes, it was without Luka. You can only take so much without that. But at the end of the day, the style of play, those type of things, that's what you want to see the Chicago Bulls team do. Build on, continue. The brand of defense they played, it really did to me, right? And this is just my perspective, is that it seemed like the Bulls had a game plan that they were confident in coming into this game. And they were planning to play this, that game plan included Luka Doncic playing in this game. Once Luka went out, this team came in with a lot of confidence, still executed that same game plan, swapping Luka Doncic with Christian Wood in this game. They kept that same game plan, and they had big success in this game. This was a big game that we needed at home. This team has not performed the best at home. They're now 7-5 at home, which is good to see, right? But this is the first time the Bulls at home have had a big type win like this in a while. And this, you just want to see this team take care of business in this game. DeMar DeRozan, 9 of 13, 28 points. Nikola Vucevic, 8 for 11 with 20 points. Zach LaVine, 7 for 11, 16 points. He also had 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. We've talked about it before. Zach LaVine over the last 10 games is averaging almost 2 steals per game. But then Patrick Williams as well chipping in. He goes 6 of 10 from the field, 4 for 5 from three-point range, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks in 31 minutes. We even got a Dalen Terry and Tony Bradley sighting today, which is back crazy. I almost cursed. We're on Locked On. I can't curse like I want to. But this is the type of win that you want to see, need to see from that a team take advantage of a team missing their best player, right? Even Derrick Jones Jr. going 6 for 10, 16 points off the bench. Goran Dragic, 14 points off the bench. Ayo Dosunmu, 17 points off the bench. Now, he did start the second half, so keep that in mind. He is also going to be starting against the Atlanta Hawks, as Billy Donovan has said that Alex Caruso will miss the next game. So that means we're going to have Ayo Dosunmu back in that starting lineup, which may open some minutes for Dalen Terry. It may open some minutes for Dalen Terry in the game against the Atlanta Hawks. So that's the type of thing that we wanted to see from this team, and hopefully that continues. That's all I can say from that. It's hopefully that it continues. So we'll see what happens with this. We'll definitely see what happens. How they went about this win, the way that they got this win, the way that they just executed the game plan. It for a team that has not executed too well over the course of the season, it felt good to see. It felt good to see. Again, we need to see them do it consistently. We need to see them do it against better competition, which we have. Let's not forget wins over the Boston Celtics, wins over the Toronto Raptors, not wins, over the Milwaukee Bucks, a win over the Miami Heat. Like, this team has beaten some teams, but the way that they played in this game, if they can emulate this style of play and make this their overall style of play going forward, we're going to see more success from this team. We're going to see this team get over 500. This was a first building block in that. Edwin asked, the Bulls play tomorrow. Yes, they play tomorrow, which is almost today. They play tomorrow. They play Sunday against the Atlanta Hawks. Right? And let me double check the schedule. Let me make sure I'm not tripping on that one. Yes, we play tomorrow, December 11th, against the Atlanta Hawks at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is important. And then we have 2 games against New York after that, both those games being at home. We could very well be looking at a Chicago Bulls team that's 500 by the time they face Minnesota next Sunday. So we'll see with that. Again, don't want to take that for granted. Don't want to just assume that that's going to be the case. But we definitely could be, if you're looking at this team schedule overall, we got 2 games against New York, 2 games against Atlanta in the next week and a half. We got Miami. We got Minnesota. This all before Christmas. This team could be above 500 by Christmas. And that's what we need to see. The season then restarts. Once the team gets to 500, that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Edwin says, same thing happened to the Mavs tonight. No, it's a little bit different when it comes to the Mavs. The Mavs were missing Luka. That's what made the difference in this, at least to me. The fact that let's switch that. I don't like the way that looks. They were missing Luka. That's what made the biggest difference in this game. We're going to be missing Alex Caruso. We'll see if Javonte Green comes back. It really does seem like Javonte probably could have played this game, but because it's a back-to-back, they wanted to let him rest. So, and keep in mind too, the difference between the Mavericks game last night, in which they played at home against Milwaukee. Yes, we were at home against Dallas tonight. We got to fly to Atlanta. That's a much shorter trip. The Bulls are probably still going to get in late, but the difference is the Mavs lost the game against the Bucks. The Bulls won this game, and their starters didn't have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. So we come into that for sure. How do you feel about Bradley hitting a 3? Crazy. Crazy to see. Not even going to lie to you. Wild as shit to see. So we'll see with that. Do you think Williams is still going to start with Green coming back? Williams has played really good since he came back into the starting lineup. If the benching of Patrick Williams was to motivate him, was to wake him up, because what did Billy Donovan say? He wasn't playing with enough aggression, right? He's kind of started playing with that now. So do you leave Patrick Williams in that starting lineup? I can see it going either way, really. But considering Javonte's coming back from an injury that had him miss, he missed 2 or 3 games with that injury, I think that Patrick Williams probably will get the start again, but I could be wrong. I'm not holding to that. We know Io's going to be back in the starting lineup for sure because Caruso's going to be out. So, we'll see. We'll see. Edwin also asked, do you like the way the Bulls were moved? Yes, that's the way that they need to move the ball. That's the way that they need to move the ball. And if they can do that, we'll see some success. We'll see some success. But hey, good win from our Chicago Bulls team in this one. They took care of the business that they needed to take care of. Nothing, like I said, you don't want to overvalue this win because it was a Dallas Mavericks team that was missing Luka Doncic, right? So you want to definitely put that in perspective. You want to take away from that the style of win. Let's not worry about how much we won by or anything like that, but the way that they went about this win, that's what feels good about this. That is definitely what feels good about this. Everyone ask another question. Important question. If the Bulls get above 500 by the end of the year, do you think the Bulls have a championship run now? Listen, the Bulls team would have to show some serious improvements before I'm willing to say a championship run. Playoff run, yes. Championship run, I'm not even that much of a C-Red fan that I can say that it's a championship run. I just can't say that. I think the Bulls got a good chance tomorrow with Morey, Collins, and Hunter out, plus Ayo guarded Trey Good last year. Yeah, he made Trey Young his son. So, for sure, like the way that they played is definitely It bodes well. The Atlanta Hawks missing 3 starters, that's hard for any team to overcome. Any team to overcome missing 3 of their starters. Now, I'm not saying that it can't be done, and especially when you look at Trae Young could go nuclear like Devin Booker did against us, right? There's a possibility of that. Hopefully, with the Bulls getting a big solid win today, we can see the Atlanta Hawks have still been winning, right? No, they actually are a 3-game losing streak. They lost against Brooklyn 120-116, lost against New York 113-89, and lost against OKC 121-114. Like I said, it's hard for any team to overcome missing that many pieces of their rotation. They're missing Murray, missing Hunter, missing Collins. It's hard for any. That's a big chunk of when you look at the minutes that those players average, you're looking at about 115 minutes you got to overtake. That's hard for any team to come in and do. So I'm not going in overly confident because I want to keep my expectations limited, but it's possible for this team. You just don't know what this team could do. So, we'll see with that. We'll see. But let me know what you guys think on everything down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. I just want to get this quick update. We typically don't do episodes on weekends, but with the way that the Bulls won this game, the excitement that I know is in the Bulls fan base, I definitely want to see this team. I just wanted to, talk to everybody. I already did a stream over on my personal platform, but I wanted to bring it over here for a quick short one. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll really see what happens with this team as it goes forward, and if they can use this to really build some momentum. But that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with a full episode after the game tomorrow, me and Pat. Pat was at the game tonight, so he got to experience this live. I hate him for that. But we'll be back tomorrow night, full episode after the game tomorrow. Let's hope and pray that we're talking about another Bulls dub tomorrow. Love you guys, man. Go Bulls. See red, y'all. Peace.